Hey guys, hope you are all doing great. Now, let me ask you a very simple question. What's common in a 20-year-old, a 50-year-old, a 70-year-old, or even a 90-year-old's wallet? It's round and it's called a dime. You might have guessed it right. It's a coin. Now, we use coins daily in our life. But have you ever wondered what's the process in making of a coin or what are the processes behind making of a coin? Through this video, me and my friends have tried to explain the processes and the theoretical concepts behind making of a coin in a very concise and illustrative manner. Hope you like it. The first step to make anything is to obtain the correct raw materials for it. For making of a coin, we generally use copper, nickel, aluminum and bronze. These materials are first brought up into the factories, heated and treated with chemicals so that we obtain pure metals. Generally 99.9% is the purity level in these factories. So after obtaining these things, we uh, roll them into thin sheets and that process is called rolling. That process is explained by my friend Jitesh.
Hello everybody, my name is Jitlesh and today I'm going to tell you about the rolling process involved in manufacturing of coins. So till now we have learned about the extraction and mining of the raw metal which is used in making coins. Next big step involved in this process is rolling. What is rolling? Rolling is a formation process in which the thickness of metal is reduced by applying compressive forces from both sides. So you can see here that both the forces are applied using rolls, so we call it rolling. So there are a few processes that are need to be done before rolling. These include refining, melting, and casting. The refining means that we have to separate the impurities from the raw metal so that the metal is pure. And then the metal is melted and casted into a certain shape that we call ingot, which is feasible for rolling. So let us see the demonstration how rolling process works. So we see this is the ingot that goes through the rolls and then its thickness reduces. So the thickness of this workpiece is now equal to the gap between these two rolls. So the major processes that help in reducing the thickness is the frictional forces between these two rolls and our workpiece. Now the thickness of this metal is the required thickness that we need for our coin. So the characteristics of this finished product that we get is that the volume of this metal remains constant. There is no change in the volume, but the surface area increases. As we see, the metal is flattened and the thickness is also reduced. The thickness was the major thing that we needed. So that is what we did. Why we did the rolling. So now further, this the finished product is blanked and then annealed in further processes that we'll see in this video.
Hello everyone, I'm Ronak Taneja. As my friend Jitesh already told you about rolling, I will introduce you to the next step in manufacturing of coins, that is blanking. So what is sheet blanking? It is a process in which a flat geometrical shape or a blank is created by feeding a sheet of metal into the press. It will be clearer to you after watching this simulation. In this, the sheet metal which we get after rolling is gone through the press and the blank of desired shape and size is cut out, and the rest is thrown away as scrap. As looking into the process, it would be clearer to you. So we are using this process ahead of others because of its advantages. So what are the advantages of this process blanking? It produces economical metal waste that are customized to fit specific customers' need. In blanking, the material is continuously fed into the machine, simply allowing you to make more with less. This reduces the waste significantly. Also, the shipping costs are reduced by only sending the net weight and leaving the rest behind. Thank you. Thank you. And my friend Rishabh would continue from here.
Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh and now I'm going to explain to you the process of annealing and upsetting in minting of coins. Annealing is a heat treatment process that changes the physical and the chemical properties of a material to increase ductility and reduce the hardness to make it more workable. After blanking, the coin blanks are passed through the annealing oven, to which they are heated to 600 degrees Celsius to soften the metal, allowing the metal gains to recrystallize and restore the original qualities of the metal. Then the blanks are passed into industrial washers to be quenched in water, and then they're prepared for upsetting. Blanks are next placed into revolving tubes or barrels where they are passed through a chemical bath of an acidic pickling agent to remove any oil and dirt that may be on the surface of the coin. Any foreign materials which might get embedded in the coin are then scraped off. To protect the design that's going to be pressed on the metal coin blank, each coin blank is passed through a machine that has a set of rollers that get a little bit smaller and impart a raised metal rim on both sides of the coin blank. This process is called upsetting. The upset mill consists of a rotating inner cylinder and a fixed outer half ring called the drum. The separation between the cylinder and the drum is smaller where the blank exits the mechanism. The blank moves longitudinally against the drum, creating a rim into the blank. This process also helps ensure that the coin blank is of the proper diameter, so it will strike up properly in the coin. After this process, the coin blank is now called a blanket, which are then passed to strike. Thank you.
So by now you are already familiar with most of the concepts, but one important concept is left, that is called as stamping. In stamping, we exert a force of about 160 tons on this small piece of metal so that it can be imprinted with values of rupees 5, rupees 1, 2 or 10, and also the worthy mentions on the back side of the Indian coins. All the processes are now completed of building of a coin. So wasn't it an engineering wonder to make such a small thing? Please give it a thought. Thank you for being such a patient audience and watching it till here.